Welcome to Mother Myth and Macabre, and Happy Mythology March. Each week this month, we're journeying across time to uncover what ancient stories will teach us about being human. From gods and monsters to modern heroes, we'll explore how myths shape the way we think, act, and dream.
In today's kickoff episode, ask the question at the heart of it all. What really makes somebody a hero?
And to help us answer that, we've invited a special guest, the embodiment of heroic myth itself. Welcome, the hero.
Thanks for having me. I've gone by many names. Hercules, Odysseus, even Thor. But the journey is always the same.
Let's start there. What is a hero?
A hero is someone who accepts the call to adventure, faces trials, and returns transformed. Not for glory, but for growth. Joseph Campbell called it a monomyth. It's not just action, it's transformation.
Now let's bring in your ancient side, like Heracles.
Heracles faces 12 labors, symbolic trials after the killing of his family. His story is about redemption. Campbell would call this atonement with the father.
What about Odysseus?
Odysseus shows cleverness. He blinds Polyphemus, not through strength but through strategy. But he is also flawed. His pride draws Poseidon's wrath. That's the archetype of a flawed hero.
So no matter what the era, it's about suffering, learning, and changing.
Exactly. Campbell's model fits both. Call to adventure, trials, abyss, transformation, and return.
What about modern times?
Today's heroes fight injustice, not monsters. Malala, Greta, health workers, they step up, sacrifice, and to grow. It's the same journey.
Then anyone could be a hero.
If you act with courage and purpose, yes. Myth is a map. We just have to walk it.
Macabre, and Happy Mythology March. Each week this month, we're journeying across time to uncover what ancient stories will teach us about being human. From gods and monsters to modern heroes, we'll explore how myths shape the way we think, act, and dream.
In today's kickoff episode, ask the question at the heart of it all. What really makes somebody a hero?
And to help us answer that, we've invited a special guest, the embodiment of heroic myth itself. Welcome, the hero.
Thanks for having me. I've gone by many names. Hercules, Odysseus, even Thor. But the journey is always the same.
Let's start there. What is a hero?
A hero is someone who accepts the call to adventure, faces trials, and returns transformed. Not for glory, but for growth. Joseph Campbell called it a monomyth. It's not just action, it's transformation.
Now let's bring in your ancient side, like Heracles.
Heracles faces 12 labors, symbolic trials after the killing of his family. His story is about redemption. Campbell would call this atonement with the father.
What about Odysseus?
Odysseus shows cleverness. He blinds Polyphemus, not through strength but through strategy. But he is also flawed. His pride draws Poseidon's wrath. That's the archetype of a flawed hero.
So no matter what the era, it's about suffering, learning, and changing.
Exactly. Campbell's model fits both. Call to adventure, trials, abyss, transformation, and return.
What about modern times?
Today's heroes fight injustice, not monsters. Malala, Greta, health workers, they step up, sacrifice, and to grow. It's the same journey.
Then anyone could be a hero.
If you act with courage and purpose, yes. Myth is a map. We just have to walk it.
Welcome back to Mother Myth and Macabre. Today we're continuing our journey, not through the trials of heroes, but through the strengths of goddesses.
That's right. This episode is called The Goddess Reimagined, and we're diving into one of the most powerful figures of ancient myth, Isis of Egypt.
And to help us unpack her story, we're joined by Dr. Miller, who's studied at Cambridge and who's also the curator of the Divine Archetypes exhibit in Australia.
Oh, thank you both. It's been a pleasure to be with you and talk with you both about Isis, a goddess who defines expectations.
So, Dr. Miller, Isis isn't your typical comic book hero, right?
Oh, that's correct. She didn't bet on monsters with brute force. Instead, she fought through the grief, devotion, and magic. After her husband, Osiris, is killed and scattered, she journeys across Egypt to recover his body and resurrect him.
That sounds like a quest straight out of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey.
Exactly. There's a call to action, trials, sacrifice, and the return. Isis also raises his son, Horus, in secret, preparing him to challenge. Set and restore balance. Her strength is subtle, emotional, spiritual, very different from heroes like Hercules.
It sounds like she rewrites what we think of as heroism.
She absolutely does. Carl Jung would place her archetype as the Great Mother, representing healing, fertility, resilience. And it's not the battlefield. It's the inner world she transforms.
And this isn't just Isis. Demeter from Greek tradition shows a similar kind of power, right?
Yes, when Demeter's daughter, Persephone, is taken, she grieves so deeply that the world stops growing. She negotiates with the gods to restore her daughter, and in the process, gives us the seasons. Incredible. She's another example of heroism, rooted in love, persistence, and transformation.
So, goddess might not fit the classic hero mold, but they expand it?
They show that heroism can be restoration, not just conquest. That sometimes the most powerful journey is the one we take through sorrow and back into strength.
As we close out this week's episode, I just want to give a special thank you to our friend, Dr. Miller. If you want to learn more about his life's work in curation, go to drmillercuration.com. Following us today, if heroes restore order and goddesses heal it, then tricksters wreck it on purpose?
Exactly. They're not the ones kicking the cosmic hornet's nest just to see what happens.
They live in what Victor Turner called liminal space, that in-between place where chaos forces change.
And to talk about chaos, who better to invite than the god of mischief himself, Loki. Welcome to the show.
You flatter me. Though honesty, I was always here, and I'm always here. Chaos doesn't wait for an invitation.
Of course you weren't invited. You just appeared out of lightning again.
Well, I am the storm, darling. Besides, rules are boring.
You've been called a trickster, a villain, a shapeshifter, but seriously, can a trickster be a hero?
A hero? What an overrated title. Heroes break things by accident. I break them strategically.
But you do fix what you break. You cut off Sif's hair and then had to bargain with the dwarves.
And brought back golden hair, Odin's spear, and Thor's hammer. A productive day for a mischief. You're welcome.
So technically, chaos creates order?
Turner would say that's your role, crossing boundaries so people remember why rules exist.
Exactly. I'm a public service in leather.
You're not alone. There is an Anansi in Africa, beer rabbit in America, raven in Australia.
Anazi tricks the sky god to give humans stories, stealing wisdom so we can share it.
Small, clever, bold. I approve. Stealing for a good cause is an art.
When those tales crossed the Atlantic, Anansi became beer rabbit, the underdog, outsmarting the powerful.
Fucking hate that. Don't do that.
Briar Rabbit got stuck to a tar figure, the tar baby. The more he fought, the deeper he sank.
Do whatever you like. Just don't throw me in that bear patch. And that's exactly where he wanted to be.
Beautiful. You manipulate your enemy into setting you free. That's the rabbit's genius.
Those stories became survival tools during slavery, humor as resistance.
A lie told to defy tyranny is holier than silence.
That was almost wise.
I have my moments.
In Australia's dream time, Raven steals the sun to light the world.
Murderdew wrote that ancestors stirred in the void and created as they moved, chaos becoming creation.
Exactly. We tricksters light fires so you can see in the dark.
So you're saying you're a hero after all?
Don't ruin my brand, but yes, rebellion can be holy.
That's the lesson. Tricksters tear things down so new truths can grow.
Now you're catching on. Just don't ask me to behave.
Wouldn't dream of it. So, Loki, you've escaped Myth and moved into Marvel. How's Hollywood treating you?
They finally gave me a good costume. Less chains, more glow.
And some actual character development in the Disney Plus series, you literally meet other versions of yourself.
Campbell would call that atonement with the self. You confront your own shadow, Sylvie.
My favorite variant. Sharp tongue, terrible taste in daggers. She made me see myself, and that's terrifying.
It's also growth. You start a power-hungry chaos agent and end holding the timelines together.
Yes, redemption via bureaucracy. The universe has a wicked sense of humor.
That's what makes you modern mythic figure. A trickster who learns responsibility.
And on that other side of the universe, we've got Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch.
She's a modern Isis. She literally rebuilds her world to bring her family back, and in doing so, traps a town in her grief.
Jung would say that's the shadow at work. Love twisted into control.
Relatable. Power and pain make terrible roommates.
But Wanda's arc ends with acceptance. She lets go of illusion and faces herself honestly.
So she's both the goddess and the trickster, destroyer and the healer in one.
Finally, someone who gets me.
Don't flatter yourself. She'd wipe you off the timeline.
True. And I'd probably thank her for it.
These characters prove myth is alive. They're not new stories. They're old archetypes and new clothes.
And it's not just fiction. Real-world heroes like Malala Yousafzai and Greta Thunberg follow the same pattern. A call to action, a trial, and a return with a gift for humanity.
Social media is their arena, a modern liminal space where truth, satire, and vision collide.
Yeah, memes are our trickster tales now, calling out injustice with humor.
The internet is my temple. Your devotion pleases me.
Don't encourage him.
Every tweet, every video, every story, they're all echoes of the old myths. Heroes seeking justice, goddesses restoring balance, and tricksters forcing truth into the light.
Because myth isn't about the past, it's about patterns of change.
Heracles taught redemption, Isis taught compassion, Loki taught rebellion, and Wanda teaches acceptance.
So whichever role you play, hero, healer, or holy troublemaker, just remember to write your own myth.
And if you need a little chaos to get started, call me.
We'll keep that in mind. We've walked with heroes through trial, with goddesses through grief, and tricksters through chaos, and with modern myth makers through screens of light. Each reveals a different face of the same truth, that to change is divine.
Hercules teaches redemption, Isis teaches compassion, Loki teaches rebellion, Wanda teaches reckoning. Together they show that myth is a mirror of our evolution.
For future study, we might ask, how will AI, virtual reality, and global storytelling reshape our next generation of heroes and tricksters? The mythic cycle continues. Breaking news once more, the story is yours now. Every time you create, forgive, or question, you're rewriting the myth.